Welcome to CityWise. I'm your host, Tiana Stevens. CityWise is produced by the City of Rochester to shine a spotlight on city living at its best. Well, they're on a mission to reduce gun violence and promote healing in our city, one street at a time. Action for a Better Community's Save Our Youth program takes a public health approach to tackling the complicated issues of violence, and this dynamic program is seeing positive results. Save Our Youth program manager Chiara Smith joins us today, along with outreach workers Mary Sutton and Damon Williams, to tell us more. Thank you guys for coming on today.
Thank you very much for having us.
So how did Save Our Youth get started?
Mary, you seem anxious.
It's only a couple of years old.
It's only a few years old. Well, I think it's a part of a bigger initiative. The Save Our Youth program got started here, 2014.
Okay.
But we are part of a evidence-based model called Cure Violence, which is an internationally based model, which basically states that violence spreads like a contagious disease, and that you want to contain that and prevent that spread by using mediation and conflict resolution. So we started in, again, 2014, and I started here last year.
Okay.
But we are seeing some positive results. We're excited about the work that's being done, and yeah.
What does the outreach look like when you guys are out there?
You want to take it?
Yeah, you take it.
It's very community based.
Okay.
Just out canvassing the neighborhoods, outreaching with. We gotta see how to grasp it the best way possible. We got a range of individuals we want to work with, from like 16 to 25. Demographics show that's where the most violence happens in that demographic, and especially in the 14621, we work in a zone from St. Paul to Portland and from Clifford to Norton. So that's the whole 14621. That's our zone. That's the area we work. And so we out canvassing, outreaching, talking about what it is that we do and the services that we can provide people.
And we see you guys out there in your orange, your bright orange hoodies. What's the significance of the color orange?
So I believe the young lady's name was Hadia, and she was shot to death like a couple of days after attending the inauguration for President Obama.
This was in Chicago.
Which was in Chicago.
Okay.
And this model, Cure Violence, comes out of Chicago. But her friends got together and they all wore orange as a symbol that hunters wear when they're out hunting. And it just makes people aware of the human life. And so we took orange as a symbol for us here, representing the value of human life and the awareness around human life in regards to gun violence.
And Mayor Lovely Warren has declared the month of June every year to be Gun Violence Prevention Month.
Yes.
What are some of the activities, Mary, that have happened during that month?
A march. We did a march, a cookout, gathering of just going block to block, talking to the individuals, passing out pub ed, getting people to volunteer, just interacting with Pathways of Peace, community members, parents, children, different organizations, neighborhood, Carter Street Rec, different individuals from different sides in the 14621.
Yeah, so we did a community vigil. We did what we call pop-up barbecues, where we go through certain communities, certain areas in the community that most people probably wouldn't go to. And we just set up a barbecue. We have our ice cream man, Juan, shout out to Juan. Juan always comes through, and we'll do like a community ice cream social where we'll just pop up on Conkey, Clinton, Joseph, Hudson, Portland, and we'll just give out hundreds of ice cream cones during that time. And the goal is just to bring the community together collectively, cohesively, peacefully, and getting them to dance, getting them to sing, getting them to enjoy ice cream together, keeps their mind off of some of the stressors that may be also happening in that same environment.
Right. So we've got a big chunk of the team here today, but who are some of the other SOY outreach workers?
So we're missing Carell Nesmith.
Okay.
Who is another outreach worker. Hi, Carell, he's on vacation. And then we're missing Crystal Wigington, which is an outreach worker supervisor who couldn't make it as well today.
What sort of training, Damon, is required to do the job that you do?
Well, first of all, when you take on a job, you have to go out of town. You're sent to a base either like Poughkeepsie, New York, Albany, New York, and you do like a week-long training. A lot of our work is database work, which is like behind a computer, because it's all about the numbers at the end of the day. And we want to have a certain amount of numbers, as the program manager always says, all the nooks and crannies, you know. So we got to have all that stuff in by the end of the day or the end of the week, depending on, you got to have a certain amount of participants on the caseload, and you have to do different variations things for the participants. Whether that be helping them get a job, if they haven't had like a GED or need to get, or be enrolled in school, helping them do that. We even do stuff to going on job interviews, getting them clothes to go on them interviews.
So very
things
comprehensive.
like that. Yes. Housing, you know, we can help with housing. Like it's not really a lot of things that you can come to us and be a participant in the program in and not find out about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how can someone get involved, get services with Save Our Youth?
Well, so one of the unique things about our program is that we're all from that community. So we all either lived or grew up in that community. So you have to have ties to the community to be a part of, for this thing to work. So says the model, right? So everyone sees us. They know us in the community. They know Miss Mary. They know Tang. They know Wu. They know Chrissy. They know Kiki. So it's not hard, and they see the bright shirts.
Right.
But you can also contact us on via Facebook.
Okay.
Or we have a hotline, a 24-hour hotline that we utilize that people can call any time of the night and get in contact with us. Sometimes we get referrals also from people and from community members.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's word of mouth. It's been a lot of word of mouth.
Yes.
You know, Damon may walk down the street and he got one of his guys' jobs, so now he's like the new job coach for 14621 because everyone goes to him to get employment, which is good, you know, because even if you're not a participant, the fact that we can help improve our community because he has a resource. Shout out to Maya Gordine from Rochester Rehabilitation, who's been a wonderful asset to us in our programming. We've just had lots of supports from people willing to help us, but I go back to what we were saying before that.
So why is SOY focused only on one neighborhood, 14621?
So I think initially, maybe this was a test to see, you know, what could be done. It's also based off of stats, national stats. We get the GIVE report from the Rochester Police Department, which basically tells us how many shooting victims we've had, how many shots were fired. We break all that down. We look at a map, and you see a concentrated area was 14621. So that's where that program was placed based off of those stats and numbers.
And you mentioned that you've traveled around the state looking at other programs. So this is not unique to Rochester. What are some of the other cities in the state that have a program like this? And how's our program different?
So we have Poughkeepsie, we have Mount Vernon, we have Albany, we have Buffalo, New York, we have Syracuse, Hempstead. We have, Newburgh,
yep.
SVU.
Yep.
We said the Bronx. Might be missing something, sorry guys. And I think we all follow the model, of course, with fidelity. I would say that my strategy may be a little bit different for how we may go about doing things in the program. I'm heavily focused on canvassing, having the guys out, the girls and the guys out in the community, and the community being to physically see them, being able to get a hold of them and feeling like, you know, well, where's Wu? Where's Tang? Where's Miss Mary? Where's Chrissy? Where's Kiki? No one sees them. You know, they know that, they're going to be coming, they can see the orange shirts. Right. So I think our strategy has just been making sure that they spend a lot of time canvassing, at best probably 5 or 6 hours a day.
Okay.
Walk in the community, literally walking, or Tang, he'll park and then they'll walk 4 or 5 blocks, and then we group canvass together so the community sees us. Sure. I'm not there every day with them, but it's not, you know, odd for me not to be out canvassing with them. Right. I like to do it more at night than during the daytime because it's cooler. But yeah, so I think that that's our focus. We're really big on community engagement, community involvement. I'm big on having events for the community that, you know, things that we can come out and do collectively together. I think that that's really important. And we just, I think, again, which isn't unique because all of the programs have this across the board, but we're all connected. We're all tied there. I've lived on Coleman Street. I've lived on Trenton Street. I've lived off of Clinton Avenue my entire life. So I think that just having that personal relationship with the community makes a difference.
That investment. Mary, what keeps you motivated to do this work?
Me. I mean, I was once one of these individuals, and someone gave me a chance. So just the motivation, if I wake up, I'll just hit the ground running. That's my motivation, is me. When I look in the mirror, I'll be like, it's just a natural thing. It just gotta, it's not just a job, it's just a way of life. I've just been doing it for so long, so I look forward to the guys and the people and Tang and Woo. And
So I know
it's really a type of job where you gotta be credible.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have, in a sense, some type of street cred, because the average person in the streets won't talk to anybody.
You gotta make the connection.
Exactly. And then being that you from this background, in a sense, and they know you from being out here, whether your past have been, and you got a second chance now. I'm out there giving out second chances to people who are looking for a way out. You know, somebody might, don't know how to go to an interview. You get them interview ready. You tell them how to talk to people when you go talk, let them know they got a voice. You can't go nowhere and be a yes man, and just listen what people got to say. You got to talk back. You know what I mean? And when I talk about having like a street cred, because you may not be able to go down there and talk to somebody because they don't know you. But being that they know me and I'm so relatable, it's easy for them to want to work with me, want to be involved in the program, which makes the job that much more easier. And being that I love doing it, it's not as much as a job to me, so I don't do a lot of work. Which I'm not saying like that. We know I do a lot of work, but I'm just saying.
Wait a minute, where that long look at?
I'm just saying, like, to me,
We know what you mean.
like if you do what you love, and if you're loving what you do, it's not really work. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you for the work that you guys are doing in the
Thank
community.
you.
Thanks for
Appreciate it.
coming on today. If you'd like more information about the Save Our Youth program at Action for a Better Community, you can call 585-576-7269 or visit abcinfo.org.